Because we are equal partners with the village, aren't we, in the Salesian Park?
Yes. In fact, if that was to come about, monies that are allocated up to last year was 50/50.
Right.
To the town, to the village. And then those fees, whether it's electric, whether it's gas, whatever the utility is, comes out of the JRC money.
Yeah, that's how, I mean, there are so many charges for utilities, et cetera. I can't imagine this being any different. And so it should be probably kind of a no-brainer, but...
This restroom, now that's being placed in the Salesian for those that will use the park in a passive manner. Is this park going to remain passive? Or is this just a prelude to soccer fields and baseball fields and who knows what else? Because I believe Honey Bernstein told me when they did purchase this, it was in the contract that this was going to be a passive park. I could be wrong, but that's what I was told.
Well, nobody's making it non-passive at this time.
Well, I was at a meeting here when Trish and the ladies were here, and they clearly said they wanted to use it for mini soccer, little kids.
They withdrew.
They talked about it, but
Yeah, they withdrew. And then they withdrew that because what happens is you go into the park, all the empties that we really have now.
Right.
That's actually library property. So as you continue on into, you can kind of see a circle where, have you ever driven in there, Jerry?
Yes.
Where you drive around in
Right.
the whole entire circle. Well, part of the library's property penetrates into that circle. And there was no agreement between the library allowing us to use it for the back area for tots, soccer, baseball, so on and so forth. So therefore, I withdrew.
Now, the actual construction of this line, is that going to be done by an outside engineering firm, a construction firm, or who's going to do the actual hooking up and the digging and the placement of the lines?
Village. The village.
We have nothing to do with that.
No.
What is our oversight in all of this?
Well, one
But if something goes wrong, we're equal partners. Would it be you, George? Because you're the rep?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would be certainly the person, the conduit to do that. Originally, it was going to be a 50/50.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Thing to do, half the town,
Right.
DPW, and the village. However, Mike has such a large amount of experience doing this type of thing, laying and repairing and so on and so forth, that the...
Mike being Mike Nuzzle's.
Right, yeah, that the thought was that the village could do it in a, in quotes, better manner because they have the personnel, they're used to doing it, and it's a relatively short period, short distance into the main, and of course hooking up to their main, which is in the village.
This is very comparable to a lot of things we've done, for example, Craigville Park.
Well,
Our DPW has done those things, irrespective of who, without asking it.
You see?
I just want to add a
Sure,
little more.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. What happened, Steve and Mike came to an agreement that Mike would rather have done it himself because he's hooking up to his sewer line and so forth. And in lieu of where we went to Craigville Park and did a lot of ditching and so forth, which we were going to do together, so we sort of split it. So our crew went to Craigville and did all the ditching, all the draining, and all that out in the fields. And now he's taking care of this. This is an agreement that they came rather than us doing the line together. So that's what took place.
And the county is on board with all of this, because aren't we tapping into a county road there?
Yes, that's a county road.
Right.
Well,
So-
the county gave us the grant.
They give it a grant?
Yeah.
Oh, so that gives us tacit approval to do
We
it?
have a grant that we both applied to for the village and the town.
30,000?
Yeah, I think it's 30,000. So therefore, but I mean, it being on a county road, once you finally are going to do that, you're going to get a permit.
Right. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Nuzzle, he knows how to work that.
Well, you see, Doug, I disagree with that statement. I'll tell you why. Because I sat in this room with Mr. Diana and his merry men they were all on board with letting T-Mobile put up a tower. And then I sat here again the other night, bingo, no tower. We're back to Dr. Henler's property. That's why I ask these questions. And I'll tell you, one of my main reasons asking this, a year and a half ago, I stood here and I talked about the famous finial kicks, which I thought was kind of significant. Not so much as finials, the process that was used. I don't want to be harsh and say incompetent, but we entered into a contract with a guy for what, $25,000?
Probably about 21. You're right.
Yeah. And
My memory just...
yeah. Nobody can find a contract, at least when I had asked. And then, I guess somebody called him up and he said, no, there ain't no warranty with this because I didn't put them on. So, I mean, I look at these maybe through a different eye. Sure. I guess it's XYZ, cover your bases. Not that I'm picking on, any of the board. I think he's doing a great job.
Right.
But I think these are questions that have to be asked. Now, I think it's great that we are now enjoining the Movement Creek, because the Movement Creek brings into another play the Otter Kill River. It is a tributary to the movement. So anything that transpires with these developers, with their grandiose plans of using the Otter Kill, we now have another group that we are enjoined with, being the movement group. So it gives us a little more strength.
Better communication, sure.
Yes, that's good. Good choice of words. Craigville Road. On Craigville Road, we have 3 different speed limits. Going from 207 to Craigville, going towards Chester, is 30 miles an hour. Then shortly down the road, it's 45. And then down by Brookside, it becomes 55. You've got 3 distinct speed limits within what, a mile and a half?
We requested 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that it be 30 miles an hour out to the 55.
Mm-hmm.
Parks, all the facilities along on the other side, the cemetery, etc. It was not agreed to. It was just one, like we talked about earlier tonight. The state said no. So, we tried.
Well, my suggestion would be to start the 30, and I hadn't even thought about going that low, would be at Knoll Road, coming this way.
Right.
Because, I mean, it's really not fair to the motor vehicle operator. I mean, if the cops wanted to really you could bag everybody out there.
Well, there's a procedure they use, and they followed that procedure, and the answer they came up with, and that's what it was. And even with all the push that we had from the county, this is a county road, and the town of Goshen, didn't fly. Now, it seemed to me there was a bill before the state legislature which would give this ability to a municipality to change it, since so many municipalities have this problem. And I don't know whatever happened to that.
That's a couple of years ago.
I understand.
I read that.
So it didn't get through Congress or our state legislature at that time. I don't know. But that's about the only way we're going to be successful. I'd say that we've probably made 10 requests since I've been the supervisor in 5 years, probably 2 a year, and none of them have been approved.
Just, I think 1 or 2 that had to do with getting some of our back roads 30 miles, like in Kenya. There was just a few of them that we got. That's it.
But the criteria for setting the speed limit is so cockeyed.
We got them approved.
It absolutely makes no sense whatsoever, because they set the speed limit based on the speed that people are going, rather than the speed that's safe to go. It's crazy.
I know by me, out there in Craigville, it's like the killing fields from here.
Sure.
I think there's one laying there now.
Right.
And, to me, it should be lowered. But my last question, not to belabor all of this, and I know this was only, I believe, Monday night, I had asked about those, it appears to me to be a traffic survey going on. They have these rubber lines across the roads. Craigville Road, they had it up on Scotchtown. I think there's one coming in too on 17A, so somebody must be doing a traffic survey.
That's what those machines usually dictate.
Could be, I don't know.
One of them,
They're all county roads, correct?
Right, yeah.
They have not notified
They've not
us
notified us that any,
that to do anything.
Well, I think that would be something we should look into, due to the fact we have, what, 4 or 5 major developments? I mean,